Hey gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey, and that thing's just amazing. That is the new Genesis G90, the 2023 Motor Trend Car of the Year. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why. Stay tuned. All right, gearheads, I am in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin for the 2023 Midwest Automotive Media Association, or MAMA, Spring Rally, where Genesis has brought this, the ultimate in Korean luxury. This is the G90. This is an executive saloon if there ever was one. And yeah, there's a lot to love about this one, but I will quickly bring you in, lift up the hood underneath this beautiful Genesis logo, and show you what motivates this thing. It is their 3.5 liter turbocharged V6 engine. I'll go ahead and put all the power numbers up on the screen, but that's not why you're buying this. You're not buying this for racing power or anything like that. You want to be chauffeured around in ultimate luxury, and we'll get more to that here in just a moment. It is a massive clamshell hood. Look at all the extra space around the vehicle because this is a very large vehicle. In fact, the largest vehicle that Genesis currently makes, and it is so gorgeous to look at. I love the new design language of Genesis. As we close that hood, you can take it all in, from that very Bentley-esque front grille that actually has dual elements. So there is a front and a back section here on this very multifaceted jeweled grille up front. And then of course you get the Genesis signature 2 lines. Just look at all those LED elements lighting up the headlights in this one. You get all the safety tech, forward-facing cameras, parking alerts, all that good stuff. And then coming around here to the side, I'm actually absolutely loving this matte pearl white paint. Matte pearl white paint, yes, all the things. It is so beautiful, and it catches the sun just right. You can see those 2 line themes continue around to the side fenders here, and then coming down to the wheels and tires. These wheels are very interesting looking. They're very upscale, again, multifaceted like that grille up front. You can see they are Michelin Primacy Tour tires. They've put Michelin Primacy Tours on a lot of Hyundai Group products. Trying to find the actual measurements on the tire themselves. It looks like they are 245/40 R21s. So that is the wheel tire package here on the Chauffeur Mobile from Korea in the G90. You can see this is a very large vehicle with a lot of emphasis placed on those rear doors. In fact, that really is what this vehicle is for. You know, I joke about it being a chauffeur vehicle, but the real impetus of this is chauffeuring around clients. And those rear doors are very massive. You can see the design lines actually dipping down even in the windows, so the rear passenger has a better view out of the vehicle. Just a lot of attention to detail when it comes to the design of this vehicle. You can see those door handles do pop out and retract when the vehicle is moving down the road for better aerodynamic efficiency. This thing really is very sleek in its styling. I love the way it looks. And then coming around back to the back, we get a continuation of that 2-line theme with LED light strips going across the entire back. You can see this one is all-wheel drive. We do have an electronic opening trunk that is, like everything else on this vehicle, rather massive. So you can get a lot of storage back in here. You can see our bound owner's manual back there, cargo net, false load floor, all that good stuff. But let's close that. Again, everything is power operated on this vehicle. It is very much a premium vehicle. Coming around to the driver's door and getting in, go ahead and pull it open. And this is where the luxury just begins. here in the G90. This thing is so gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I've been smiling since we sat down with it. You can see multi-position front seats here for driver and passenger. We've got massage functions, heating, ventilation. We've got so many different textures in here and materials. I love the stitching, all the contrast here in this one as well. All of our controls are metallic. I like that a whole lot. And you can see our trunk button right there. And we'll come back to this button here in just a moment. As I climb in, we do have a Bang & Olufsen sound system. Coming around to, you know I love this color, Giga Maggie's. The maroon interior on this one is very nice, quilted, nice cross stitch here on this one. All your seat controls are down here. You can also adjust it many other ways through the infotainment system. I like how these are actually touch sensitive around the sides, so you can see on the touchscreen exactly what you are adjusting. You can see we even have an adjustable thigh support. So yes, even the driver in the chauffeur mobile from the Korean luxury automaker can get ultimately and supremely comfortable. Climbing into the driver's seat and getting situated, I told you I'd come back to that button. See, whoops, I push it once and the door closes for me. So very nice there. You can see we get the infotainment from the GV60, very similar to the GV60. You get that kind of mountain theme up there. And coming around to the very large infotainment screen, there is so much you can do here that I don't even feel like I can do it justice getting into it all, but it's got a mood curator, for crying out loud. So you can start the different moods, and it does everything from the atmosphere, soft music, the lighting, even looky there at the infotainment. This thing is just on another level when it comes to overall vehicle integration and design. We do have a head-up display. I already talked about the infotainment, or the digital gauge cluster up here. Very interesting design here on the steering wheel. I like it. It's different. It is a single spoke or dual spoke, depending on how you look at it, but all the controls are kind of set up very easy for you to reach right over here. I'm actually gonna turn this off just so I can talk on camera, but you can see all the different things that you can adjust in here, including, is there perfume in this? There's a lot going on here. I do know Mercedes does do aromatherapy in their vehicle, so of course the Mercedes-Benz from Korea would. More of the glorious textures throughout up here. Climate controls are very similar to many other Genesis products. I do get hard buttons down here for the heated and ventilated seats. Love that so much. And of course down here I also have the button for the door, so I can close the door from here as well. So I don't even have to bother myself to reach outside to close it like I showed you earlier. 2 cup holders hidden away under the sliding pad here. Qi wireless charger up front. Dual opening glove box. I love the new Genesis's keys. I think I said that right, but really like that as well. Multi-person position passenger seat. We'll get more into this passenger seat here in just a moment, but I'm actually going to pan around to me. I'm getting a massage right now. It is so nice, so comfortable, but I'll talk more about this as we're driving, because there are speakers in my headrest that make themselves very much known when I put a blinker on. I actually hear it here in my headrest. So many crazy thoughts and things built into this, but very nice up front here. But I'm gonna go ahead and push the button, let the door open for me, and I'm gonna work my way to the back seat. Let's go ahead and give that a close. And these massive rear doors, you can see as I open it and let it open for me, we do have power sunshades on the back doors back here that cover the entire window. So you know I love sunshades in the back. Manual sunshades just get me excited. Power sunshades like this are even better, so that is really cool. Again, more textures, attention to detail back here. 2-person memory seat over here, a rest position, so many different options, even here on the driver's side. So very interesting look right here. But coming around, I actually have a passenger here in this one. Say hello to Anthony from Anthony on Autos.
Well, hello, Corey. How are you doing today?
I'm doing quite well, but probably not as nice as you. I'm actually gonna pop in here in the back seat with you and close my door. I guess I could have pushed this button as well.
You can, yes.
My plebeian nature. I'm not used to this.
It's
but
so opulent and so luxurious.
yes. I'm sure we'll talk more on the drive, but we've got all kinds of controls down here in between us for our massage. You can work on different areas. If you followed us for any length of time, low back is an issue for me, but we can also control the power shade back behind us, in both of the doors, up above us. So much. I didn't even mention the dual element skylights in this one with the Suede Headliner. You've got a little vanity mirror back here. Hello, Corey. Yeah, this is next level, right?
This is very luxurious. And I'm actually in the best seat because if I press a few buttons, I actually get to do a lounge style like you would get in an S-Class, a BMW 7 Series. So all I have to do is actually go into this option right here, and you're going to see that I have 3 different types of buttons.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I want to just
go into rest
a little
mode.
bit. So same as the big German and Japanese luxury vehicles, the passenger seat goes forwards. I'm going to get my calves all nice and comfortable. It's going to come up in a second.
So yeah, as the vehicle positions and readies itself all the way across, yeah, so much niceties here in the back of the G90 Executive Saloon. Yeah, this is, I'm getting a massage right now. I'm sitting in the back seat behind myself getting a massage. I would work in here. I don't know, I would edit videos back here, absolutely no problem.
Oh, I have.
Yes. You've had one before. I'm still waiting on my first. We get air vents on the back of the center console, air vents on the B pillars. So much attention to the rear cargo compartment on this one, because again, this really is the place you would want to be. And this really is more of a chauffeur style vehicle. Case in point, how comfortable you are right now. Which reminds me, we've got a place to be, don't we?
That's right. I think we have some steaks waiting for us. We have to go and get some lovely vegetables. So I think it is time for my chauffeur to get his massage in the front seat as I take a look at my hair.
So with that, I'm going to get back in the driver's seat, chauffeur Anthony around, and we can talk more about features, ride comfort, power, and all that good stuff here in the Genesis G90. All right, good sir. I'm going to turn the dial to drive. And how dare I get you out into this field? I am so sorry.
You know, it's okay because when I visit the horses,
there you go.
have to go on the grass.
Yes, at the polo grounds. So I get it. But the ride in this thing, even off-roading as we are currently, is very nice, very sublime.
You don't really feel anything.
Yeah. There is a Rolls-Royce here, but we snagged this one. I don't know. I've not gotten in the Rolls yet, but I would say this is probably on par with it, wouldn't you?
I mean, a Rolls-Royce is 500,000. This is 100,000, and if you factor in, let's say, the ×4 ×5 factor of it, this is a really well-made machine, and it has features that actually the Rolls-Royce here, that's 500,000, doesn't have. So it actually doesn't have massage seats in the back. It doesn't have ventilated seats. You actually have to pay probably another 50,000 for another package. So
that's crazy.
This, at least even technology-wise, is better than a Rolls-Royce. I never thought I would ever say that.
And that is very impressive from a brand that didn't even exist 10 years ago. So Hyundai Motor Group is taking a play out of Toyota's playbook when they introduced Lexus back in the 90s, and they said, here's a premium brand, and they're going all out here.
And I mean, when they started bringing over the Hyundai Equus and nobody knew what it was, nobody wanted to buy it, and especially when it became Genesis at first, nobody knew what it was. Once it started getting accolades, and especially when this came out, Genesis's brand just shot up to, I would say, German levels. I mean, I think it's actually gone past Japanese, it's gone past American and Swedish, and now it is really playing with the big boys, and it's doing very well.
Yeah.
Especially with this interior, with, you know, the mood curator that you have, just how smooth it feels. And yeah, nobody would have thought 10 years ago that you would have such a luxurious car at really a lower price point.
Yes.
Because a German vehicle at this price wouldn't have these features.
Absolutely not. Like, you're looking at maybe an upscale E-Class or a rather standard S-Class at this price point. I've had a $120,000 S-Class that was not this nice and not this roomy either. This really is a very large, prominent vehicle. And that kind of takes me back. I had the G80 last fall, and my whole family saw it. We took on a family trip, and my aunt, who's not into cars, was talking about how it just doesn't have the panache of Mercedes, we will say. I would say that absolutely changes with this vehicle, because again, we're comparing it to $400,000-$500,000 Rolls Royce, and I mean, the ride is sublime. Speaking of being a chauffeur vehicle and not disturbing my passenger, can you even hear the blinker sound when I put the blinker on?
Not too much, no.
It really is. It's coming from my headrest. That was the weirdest thing. From the moment I sat in this, I was like, wait, what? Where's that coming from?
I had this car before. I didn't even know it had that. Like, when I had this, I pushed like every button. I didn't even have music on. I mean, I tried out the sound system, which is fantastic, but I had the mood curator on like delight or comfort, and I just sat there and was like, this is great. I also chauffeured my family, and every single one of my friends wanted to come in. You know, they all sat in the back seat, which is fine, left me in chauffeur mode, but they all just thought it is an opulent car, which is, once again, never thought I would be saying that about a Genesis, but now it's very much top notch.
And here we are, we're on some curvy roads. This thing does have a decent amount of power. It's got four-wheel steering, so even though it's a large vehicle, it feels small and light and nimble, even behind the wheel here. And then you're just being treated to a posh, comfort, private jet-like experience back there, right?
Which is so kind of you. Thank you so much for being my chauffeur.
I'm going to do something very unposh, unrefined, unfinesse. As soon as this... Oh, it's another Genesis. Hello, electrified GV70. I love you so much.
Fantastic SUV.
As soon as these two vehicles pass, let's give it the beans. Let's see. Whoa! I love it.
This thing has a lot of power.
Yes. It's fun. It's fun. So, while it is not a driver's car, the driver can have fun. That's what the chauffeur does when the back seat's empty.
And we appreciate it.
Yes. I very much need to get one of these on my home turf and see what Holly thinks of it. Who knows? My solo review may be chauffeuring her around, and then our family review, she will begrudgingly get behind the wheel herself. I don't know. But yeah, this car is something else.
The nice thing though is that even if you're not in this lounge seat, you know, you're driving, you're a passenger, you still have the ventilated seats, you know, you still have the really nice massaging feature, and for you have so much technology there, and it's easy to use.
Yes.
The one thing that I think is just fantastic is that Genesis still uses physical buttons and physical switches for the majority of their functions. It's not just all in the infotainment system, which means that you don't have to go looking through all these screens. Right now, I'm looking at your climate control.
Yeah.
You actually have a large switch for your heating. You have buttons for your heating and ventilation, and you also have a button right there which is for the kind of perfume that they can waft through the vehicle.
Yeah, so you can curate your own experience here in the G90, and it's a whole nother level for me, for sure. This is the pinnacle of luxury from the Korean automaker, and I think that is where we shall leave this little speed date, as I've been calling all these tests here from the 2023 Mama Spring Rally. If you want to see more from Anthony, go find him on Anthony on Autos. Where all can they find you, good sir?
So I write for the Gentleman Racer, and on Instagram and TikTok, I am Anthony on Auto. So go check it out, see my short videos, and yeah, I actually wrote a review of the Genesis 90, which is on the Gentleman Racer.
Yes. And then, as always, you can find all that we do at gtgaragetalk.com, where I can go into a little more detail from this speed date once I get home and can research the facts just a little bit more, give you interior dimensions and whatnot from there. You can also find everything else that we've driven thus far on there. You find us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all the things at GT Garage Talk. Give us a like, follow, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, all the things that help the algorithms know to show you more of our content. Go check out Anthony. Until next time, gearheads. Bye. Ciao.
Ciao for now.
Yes. Oh, I need to give you a microphone. If I can find where I put my microphone pouch. There it is. Yeah. It even makes a noise when you push the button to close the doors. So Genesis of it. Okay. The seatbelt thing's a little annoying. Thank you, good sir. Now I gotta figure out how to get back. Can you hear the blinker right now?